close to around 13%. Good time to get in Jai Bala from cashsecures.com. Hi, Jai. Good afternoon. What's your view on the Nifty, first of all? We have just been climbing up one way, currently holding at around 24,600. What are the levels you're looking at?
Hi, Nigel. Good to be here. The next resistance for the Nifty comes at about 24,800, 24,990, around about the 25,000 mark. But the markets are quite stretched, and as long as the Nifty stays about 24,100, this current uptrend will continue. But keep a watch on the support levels at about 24,140 to 23,990. The market should stay about it. When a stretch market breaks the nearest support, that's the time for caution. But until that point, the trend remains higher.
What about Reliance Industries? That's the big drag today.
Yeah, I think it may still have a incomplete higher highs to complete around 3,400 mark. As long as the stock can stay about 3087, I think it's an incomplete move. But 3087 would probably mark the reversal of a medium-term move that started from 2023. But there are given the strong momentum, I wouldn't I expect that to happen. I would expect Reliance to stay about 3087.
Anything else, Jay? Good afternoon. Any other stocks?
Hi, Prashant. As a theme, the Tata Group looks pretty interesting. Most of the stocks within the Tata Group look giving me the early indication of a buy signal. Tata Tele probably the strongest out there, probably heading towards 100. But all names like Tata Tele, Tata Chem, Tata Communications, Tata Steel, Indian Hotels, Tata Consumer, all of them across the board are giving an indication that something could be brewing within the group. So that's something to watch out for. I have specific picks. One is Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance with long with a stop loss of 69.15 for a potential to scale 7,600. And in the mid cap, small cap space, I like KPR Mills with a stop loss of about 820 for fresh 52-week highs past 1,000 mark. But as I said, the markets are quite stretched. Your allocation, you may want to go down to as low as 25% to 30% of your usual allocation. That's how you control risk.
Okay, all right. Jay, I wanted your view on the Bitcoin. The stock markets are preparing for President Trump to come back, and he's been known to be pro-crypto. I think he's going to be talking at a conference as well later this month. What about the Bitcoin? It went down, I think, all the way to around 56,000 on, and very quickly it's pulled back to $64,000. How is it looking?
Bitcoin is sending an ambivalent signal. It's warning of a potential for a risk off for the overall risk environment. Watch out for it. Probably it's going to do a counter trend rally towards 68,000, and probably it's, in my opinion, heading towards 41,000, maybe even 35,000 in the next quarter. But I think the recent high it saw at about 70K plus. It's probably a short to medium term top. So Bitcoin is giving some amount of caution for risk takers here.
HUL and ITC have moved up 10% this month. Anything in the charts?
Yeah. Fmcg has been my recent favorite. I pointed out in April and May that it's heading for 60,000. And it's done 60,000, and the index is past that. We're probably going to see one more sequence of higher highs to come through. I think the pullback will stay above 58,800 for the Nifty Fmcg index. And I think further higher highs are due. The best picks probably, and as I pointed out several weeks ago, it remains Mami Dabur, which is going to be continuing to lead the rally. And HLL is continuing to add weight to the index. And ITC, as I said, I don't think it's heading for a new high, but further highs are due. But it's a counter trend rally for me.
Jay, typically, how are budget days for market? Is it how does it pan out? I mean, usually, if you go back and see the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, if you look at the time when Arun Jaitley was the finance minister, it had been alternating between a bullish reaction for the markets and a bearish reaction on alternate years. When it comes to the next finance minister, it's been more listless than unable to extrapolate that. But generally, the markets tend to price in what is anticipated from the budget. I think there'll be profit taking for the markets once the budget is through. When it comes to the markets from a technical perspective, it's running into a time resistance on July 19th. So a bit of caution there. And when it comes to the US markets, it's come up to the all-time highs without clocking 1% drop for the last 75 calendar days, and not clocking 2% drop for the second longest time since the dot-com time. So some amount of caution is definitely required. So watch out for key supports. Maintain bullishness, but stay on the edge.
I mean, common sense. I mean, but it is. I think it's too common sense. Is markets are elevated. You're going into the budget. Maybe look to buy some puts or something. But the point is, it seems like a logical thing to do. But just to sort of, if you're trading short term, or maybe straddles or something. But the point is, markets are surprises on the upside, event after event. I mean, you only need to look at the election verdict and what happened after that. So, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, market levels are, we've done very, very well going into this budget. So 24,600 is where we are at.